Hey guys, Josh Mabe here. Today we're going to do a little comparison video about two very similar guns as far as size goes, and capacity is relatively similar. So let's check these out. We're going to start by checking them, make sure they are unloaded. No mag, empty chamber, safe direction, click. No mag, empty chamber, safe direction, click. So they are both unloaded, and we are talking about the Glock 19 Gen 5 with a 15 round capacity versus the Sig 365 X-Macro TacOps. This has a 17 round capacity. Both firearms are 9mm. This one's got the factory night sights from Sig. This one has the factory standard sights from Glock. And if you see my little back plate, I don't know if y'all can tell what that is, but it's the Doge emblem, because I got into Dogecoin for a while. Made right much money on it too. It's not really doing anything anymore, but anyway, I made some money. It worked out. So this one, I've been carrying a Glock 19 almost every day for about 8 years now. I'm going to say about 8 years. That's how long I've been carrying a Glock. Now I've upgraded from the Gen 4 to the Gen 5. I wish I would have got the MOS cut, but I'll be remitting that very soon because I am going to go get a new Gen 5 Glock 19. So look for that video in the near future. This one I purchased maybe, I don't know, I think I did the video on this one. It's probably been 6-8 months ago, maybe. So I've had it for a while. It's had its fair share of rounds put through it. As you noticed, it's got some wear on it because I have been carrying this gun a lot. I kind of switch out between the two because I haven't decided yet which one I prefer. The Glock usually wins out when I'm trying to make my mind up, because I've had such good reliability out of Glock. Glock is the only firearm on the planet that I would take a brand new one off the shelf, load, put it in my holster, and confidently carry that gun without ever test firing it. That says a lot. I've shot so many Glocks over the years that it is just ridiculous, the number of Glocks I've shot and the number of Glocks that I've owned. And I've never had a failure that was the gun's fault. I've had ammo failures and I've had user failures. I've never had a firearm failure out of a Glock. That is impressive. That being said, I've had the 365 and I've shot tons of SIGs. Not near as many as I have Glocks. I haven't carried a SIG near as much as I have Glock. But I've shot this SIG. I've shot SIG 320s. I've shot other 365s. I've shot multiple different ones. And multiple 365s even. This is the largest of the 365s. I've shot the smallest to the largest. They all shoot great. I've never had a malfunction from the pistol itself. From any SIG, really. They're extremely accurate. The grip feels really good. So I don't have anything bad to say about the SIG. As I said, I actually carry it right much now. I just haven't decided which one I prefer for everyday carry. They each have their pros and cons. A couple pros for the SIG. If you look side by side, the SIG is a lot more slim than the Glock. Weight wise, very similar in weight. The stippling is a little more sandpaper like on the SIG, which to me gives a little bit tighter grip than the Glock does. I actually prefer to re-stipple my Glocks. I just haven't done that to this one. The Glock comes with standard mags, 15 rounds. The Sig that I have here in my hand comes with 17 round magazines. And if you get the TacOps, it comes with 4 of those, which is very nice. The TacOps also comes cut for an optic, which I'm considering putting a red dot on this one. Once again, haven't decided yet. Most likely will be putting a red dot on it though. I've shot IDPA competitions with both firearms. I've won first place accuracy at least 3 times with this Glock 19. I've shot this one once in a IDPA competition and got first place accuracy. First time I ever shot this gun in a competition, and I was really impressed with that. Gun fits in your hand really well. The flared mag feels like it pushes your hand to the proper grip every time. Obviously that depends on the size of your hands, but it feels really nice. Both have the accessory rail to add a light. You can see the thickness from this view pretty good. As far as length, the Glock is a little bit longer, very little. I mean, not really enough that you can even notice. The flared mag well prints. I know the Gen 5's got a little bit of a flare, but this is an actual flare that you can take this off if you want to. I prefer leaving it on because I do shoot some competitions with this, and when I carry this, I'm usually not worried about if that prints or not, because this time of year I'm wearing a jacket anyway. But it does print a little bit more than the Glock does, but not a big issue. Holding both guns, I do like that my fingers wrap around a little bit more on the grip of the Sig. It's a little bit more slim. It's not quite as beefy as the Glock. I'm used to Glock, so that feels perfectly fine, but it's nice to have a grip that my hand actually wraps around nice and tight. So I am torn on which I like more. I like my reliability and how familiar I am with the Glock, but this gun grows on me more and more every time I pick it up. So how do they compare shooting? I know a lot of people are wondering that, because there's a lot of people that, I mean, not everybody is rich, and I know to a lot of people $700-800 on a gun that could protect your life is not that big of a deal. For some people, $700-800 is a lot. So it's a big investment. You're probably researching these guns a lot to try and figure out which one to spend your hard-earned money on. Glock is never a bad choice, no matter what. Glock is reliable. Glock is always going to shoot when you pull the trigger, as long as your ammo cooperates. I have no doubt in my mind that it will function as needed with proper care. Which with a Glock, honestly, I've got one Glock that I'm just testing that theory on. I have not cleaned one of my Glocks. It's a Glock 17 Gen 4. I have not cleaned that gun in going on 6 years. So I'm testing that theory. I've got about 3,000 rounds through that Gen 4, and I've never cleaned it. So we're just going to shoot that one without cleaning it until something happens. But anyway, back to what I was saying. $700-800 is a lot of money for a lot of people. So I want to try to break this down as best I can so you can try to make a good decision. First thing I always recommend to everybody before you do anything, if you have a chance, go to an indoor gun range that sells guns. See if they have one you can rent. Shoot both of them and see what you prefer. Bare minimum, go to a gun store and hold both of them. See how they feel one-handed. See how they feel with a proper grip. Test everything out. Check the slides. See how the slide feels. You want to get the gun that feels the most comfortable to you. So, shooting. Which one's more accurate? Well, we're getting ready to find that out. The first thing we're going to do, we're going to shoot a magazine through each one at some steel. See how that does. Then we're going to shoot a magazine of each one at cardboard targets, which if you look down these sights right here, you'll see the target there, target there. We are going to shoot at those in just a moment and compare and see which one is more accurate from the same shooter, which will be me. So let's go get some magazines loaded. We're going to move over to the steel targets and see what happens. Okay guys, if you see the steel targets right back here, my other tripod is broke, so I apologize for having to bend over. I've got it set on top of a barrel and I just don't have a tall tripod anymore. So we're going to do the best we can to get in the shot. This is about 10 yards. We're going to shoot the Glock 19 first at that steel that you see right there and down there. I'm going to kneel down here so you can get a good shot here. Let's see how it does. Alright, seemed to do really good. You see two of the targets down. I'm going to go set those back up. But it looks like we hit every shot except for one there at the last. I got a little rush there. Let's go hang those back up and then we'll try the SIG. Alright, you just saw us shoot the Glock. We got the SIG 365 TacOps. Let's see how she goes. Okay, 17 rounds out of the SIG 365 TacOps. I also believe I missed once. So, interesting. Seemed to be about the same as far as accuracy. But that's shooting at steel targets. Let's see what the actual groups from each one at roughly 14, 15 yards do. Let's move over to the targets. Alright guys, so we're back over here. The target's there behind me. The table where the camera is sitting is 15 yards. I'm standing just a little bit in front of it, so I'm about 13 yards. So let's give the Glock a try first. I'm going to shoot at the, matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, this looks a little bit better. Let's kneel down and shoot. So, left target is going to be the Glock 19, and then I'm going to shoot the right target with the SIG. So let's see how this does. Okay, magazine's out, gun's good. Now the SIG. Now I'm not going for accuracy, I'm going for how the group is. So I know I shoot a little bit left with that last one. Let's see how this does. Okay. Now, we're going to walk down here and look at these, see how they do. As you can see, I wasn't shooting slow. I was shooting, and as soon as that front dot settled back on the target, I was pulling the trigger again. Let's see which one held the best group there. After this, we're going to load 5 shots in each one of them, take our time, and see which one is more accurate. So let's go look at these real quick first. Like I said, I like both guns, but shooting quicker, I hold a better group with the Glock. I've also shot a Glock a lot more. So, this is the Glock target. If you noticed, just left of center, hand can easily cover all of the shots. This is the SIG target. They're a little bit closer to the center. This one, if you notice when you watch back the video, you'll see my second shot was almost a double tap. Wasn't used to the lighter trigger on the Sig. The Sig does have a lighter trigger. But I can't quite cover the group with my hand. I know this was a flyer, but these all felt fine. So I can't quite cover the group with my hand. So shooting quickly, I'm a little bit better with the Glock. But let's check out accuracy now. I'm going to paste these holes back up, and we're going to shoot again and check for accuracy, taking our time and shooting. So I'll check back in just a second. Okay guys, we are back. I've moved the camera a little bit this way on a barrel. I've measured it. Where I'm kneeling at is exactly 10 yards. I want everything to be fair. First off, I'm going to shoot the Glock. Going to be 5 shots. I don't know if you can see it on camera right now. I'll try to zoom in as best I can and see if I can get it. Left target has got a dot center of the head. Right target has got a dot center of the head. That's what we're going to shoot for. We're going to take our time, shoot for accuracy with both guns. Glock 19 up first. Okay, magazine's dropped. Slide us down. Click. Gun is clear. Sig. Well, the wind's blowing pretty heavy right now. Let's let the target die down a second. Okay, let's give it a go. Now let the target die down. The wind would have to get up as soon as I started shooting. Okay. Five shots. Mag slides down, click. Let's go take a look at them. See how they look. All right. Once again, the Glock, if you look here, got a really good group there. You can kind of see my thumb. So that's all 5 shots. 4 just to the left of the white, the 1 touching the white in the middle. That's the Glock. The Sig, you look right here, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, sorry, my camera cut off for some reason. You'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not touching the white, much bigger group. Glock group, Sig group. Now, does that mean I think Sig's not as accurate as a Glock? In my hands at the moment, I'm more accurate with the Glock. However, I've watched other people shoot Sigs better than I shoot my Glock. So, for me, the way I shoot, the way I hold a gun, I shoot a Glock more accurately. Those are side by side, 10 yards. I'm going to give the edge to Glock. I don't want to mislead anybody. That could just be because I've shot a lot more Glocks. But both tests, shooting center mass with a faster pace from almost 15 yards and shooting slower paced at 10 yards, both times I held a better group with the Glock. I will still continue to carry the Sig right much. Because I do like the gun. It's fun to shoot. As you see, shooting steel over there. 10-inch steel targets. Sorry, my phone keeps cutting off. Shooting steel targets. Had no problem whatsoever. I missed one shot with each gun. But my phone is almost out of recording space. So let's wrap this up pretty quick. I'm going to give the edge with my shooting ability to the Glock 19. I think both are great guns. I do trust the Glock more because I've shot more Glocks. So you're still going to have to do a little bit of decision making on your own. But that's just my opinion on it, and you can watch the video for what it is. I really appreciate you watching. I hope y'all check out our next upcoming videos. And until then, I will see y'all on the range. Thank you so much.